Guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is a very special video. We're going to test out a new foundation from Beauty Blender, and this is called the Bounce Foundation Liquid Whip Long Wear Foundation. And this is how the packaging looks. And the outer cover is very sleek, very like youthful, I would say. This claims to be like a soft matte finish on the face and a full coverage foundation. I have thoughts on this a lot. Actually, a lot of thoughts about this foundation. So if you're ready, let's begin. If you guys remember, they did come out with like a same, I would say, the Liquid Whip Long Wearing Foundation in this format. I hope you guys remember this. And I do have this packaging with me. In this, I was in the shade 3.35W, which is like medium to tan with golden undertones. So I thought to go up the shade because this was clearly super light for me. I would say it was still travel friendly just because you could like lock the foundation and it would come, if you press it, it would come under here and you could definitely use your Beauty Blender and pat it on your face. I still liked the packaging, I would say, but I prefer this definitely much better than the other one. One, it is squeezy too, easily travel friendly. It's not heavy, it's not glass packaging. So I really love that. So I went up a shade and this is in the shade 3.6 Warm Tan Golden. I would say I'm on like a tan spectrum right now and tan golden should match me pretty well. But I won't lie, I swatched it on the back of the hand. It is super light. So I don't know what's up with the shade range. It has 40 shades in the line, but this definitely, and you'll see that in the application, this is definitely very light for me. I would say this would be applicable not for tan for sure, I would say for a light medium skin tone. I'm generally like a medium with neutral undertones. Right now, because I'm more of like a tanner complexion because of the summer months, I would have thought that this would work. But I feel like if you are somewhere around my skin tone, color, I would say go at least 4.00 tan ginger, which is deep neutral tan with warm olive undertones, and that would go more towards the darker spectrum, I would say. So anyways, we're going to apply this and see if we look super ridiculous. I don't know, we'll make it work. But yeah, let's see. Let me first read out the claims. This foundation retails at $29, which I would say is like a good price range for Beauty Blender. If we see like high-end foundations, generally around like $40 to $29, $30, I would say is pretty reasonable for a high-end foundation. It claims to be a natural finish, a liquid formula, and we are going to expect full coverage from this. It's best for oily, combo or normal skin tone, and I am more of a combo skin tone, a little more on the combo oily side, especially in the summer months. So we'll keep all those things in consideration. The things to notice are the ingredients. It has hyaluronic acid, which visibly plumps the skin and improves the look of the fine lines. And it also has antioxidant-rich white birch extract, which soothes and visibly brightens the skin. This is gonna super brighten my skin. Moreover, like a putty on the face. We'll see. I'm super scared and I'm going with a negative mindset. I know. Yeah, calm down. We have to keep it neutral. So let's begin with the application, right? Okay. Are you ready? I don't think I'm ready. Can you see this? How is this? How is this tan with warm undertone? Just tell me that. How is this tan? Okay. I'm going to take it with a Beauty Blender. Look at that. Let me read about the foundation in the meanwhile. It is made with a high-speed hyper whip process. This airy formula hugs the skin while visibly improving both texture and tone. An infusion of the hyaluronic acid and white birch extract ensures the skin never looks dull, while the soft matte finish has a multi-dimensional effect like naturally gorgeous skin. Yeah, sure. We'll see. Definitely light. And because I'm applying it with the Beauty Blender, I mean, yeah, it's soaking all the product for sure. And you can clearly see the shade difference. Yeah, I know you can see it. But we'll make it work. Oh my God. I cannot even build. Oh, stop. Good that I'm at least going with a beauty blender. I cannot even imagine myself going with like a brush, like a round buffing brush that I generally use. And I'm pretty sure it will give me a full coverage look if I go with a brush, but oh my god, the shade would be ridiculous. It already is, so I don't know. Are you serious? I don't know what to do. I actually have to go out also after this. I'm not gonna go out like this for sure. People, look at the skin difference. Can I do anything about it? I don't know. I don't think even like bronzer can help in this condition. Okay, calm down. Let's see. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it or not. It's a very light layer that I've applied for sure because of the shade. But if you look like super closely, I have a pimple popping up here. It's grabbing onto that pimple patch. So I won't say it's ideal for the people who do have a lot of texture on the skin, because it is going to emphasize especially the dry patches. Or if you are like an acne prone skin, I won't recommend. But otherwise on the rest of the face, it seems set already. I mean, it's a very lightweight foundation. I won't call it like a full coverage for sure. With the sponge, for sure not. I would call it like more of a light medium with the sponge, but I'm pretty sure that you can build it up to a medium coverage when you apply it with a brush. Definitely shade up your things. Okay, I'm just gonna do my rest of the makeup as usual. So this is e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Look at my concealer is darker than the foundation. I don't know what to say about it. Just gonna apply a very tiny little bit. I just want to darken up my under eyes because otherwise it will look ridiculous. And then let me just bronze up my skin because I definitely need that. So I'm going to take my L'Oreal bronzer. I don't even want to set my face with like a face powder. I in turn want to set my face with a bronzer, which I'm actually going to do. I'm actually just going to dust it all across my face so that there's like no coverage or anything, but definitely like tans up my skin. And then I just can go with like a little more product on the perimeters of the face to bronze it up. Since this foundation has like 40 different shade range, I did see like an inconsistency. The shade that I have is 3.6, which is tan golden, that is tan with medium undertones. Also the shade 3.35 warm also says that it is tan with warm undertones. So I don't know. The description on the Sephora's website is definitely like overlapping, which I don't know. I mean, the shade 3.5, the shade 3.4, the shade 3.35, the shade 3.6, everything shows tan with warm undertones. So I definitely feel that they need to like change the description on the website so that it's easier for the customer to choose their actual shade. So that's how this is turning out to be. Let me just set my under eyes. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury powder, and this one is in the shade 2. Yes, for medium skin tone. I'm just going to set my under eyes. I definitely want to do a wear test, but I don't want to look ridiculous, especially because I have to go just like that. And then let's go with some blush. I have this Ofra Duo with me. I don't think you can find this anymore, but this is the Cameron White, the blush highlighter duo. So it has like more of a peachy blush, which is great for summer months. So I'm going to take that. And then I'm going to take the same highlighter, and this is the Rodeo Drive highlighter. I'm going to just put that on the high points of the face. It's been quite some time that I've purchased anything from Ofra actually. But definitely, like their standout product is definitely their highlighters. I absolutely love their face palette. I use that to customize my shades, and that is what I use for like my everyday looks. Especially when I'm going for office, I customize. I think I've shown that quite a few times on my channel here. Look how blinding that highlighter is. My goodness. Okay, now I'm just gonna set my face with Milani's Make It Last setting spray. And then just line my eyes with some liner and mascara, and I'll get right back. So this is how everything is looking. I finished off my eyes with some liner and mascara. Let's do our inner corners. I also did that same bronzer on my crease so that I have something on the eyes. But yeah, I'm gonna use the same Rodeo Drive on the inner corners and also underneath my brow, just to lift everything up. And I finished off my lips with the Merit Beauty's lip oil, and this one is in the shade Taupe. That's it. I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm going to meet you after a while. Right now the time is 10:30 in the morning, so I'm going to keep it at least till, I would say, 5:30, 6:30ish, depending on how the light is. And I think that would be a good idea to let you know how it wore throughout the day. Now it seems like pretty okay, just because I bronzed my face so much. But as I get closer to the camera, I don't see any like patches or anything like that, only because that shade was so light. I don't know about that. But we'll see how it wore throughout the day. If the oils peek through or not. It should not, because it seems like it claims to be like a soft matte finish, and it is for combo oily skin tone, so it should pretty much wear very nicely on my skin. So see you at the last check-in. Okay, so this is my midday check-in. I don't see any oils peeking through. Right now it's like 3 o'clock, so I would say it's been like 4.5 hours. I don't see any oils peeking through. I just touched up my lips. That is it. But I would say it looks very nice like on camera and in like the mirror for that matter. But outside, when I was like sitting in the car and I was like driving, you know the mirror inside the car, right? It feels makeupy on the skin. Not particularly like heavy or anything, because it is a super lightweight formula, but it definitely looks makeupy. And I think the majority of the reason why it looks makeupy is because of that shade difference. But otherwise, again, I would not suggest for the people who have texture or acne marks, because I definitely can see it emphasizing on my pimple here and a small little pimple here actually. But otherwise my skin is doing pretty well, I would say. But still I can see like it patching onto those dry patches. But it's not blowing my socks away. I would say it's okay, but there are really good foundations even in the drugstore better than this, I would say. I'm feeling like okay about it. I don't think you guys would be disappointed if you get the right shade. But me, for being that light, like I cannot even get over it. Even though they have like 40 shades, that is hurting my feelings, guys. It really is. But otherwise, I think the wear test is going super strong. No oil peeking through. It's staying on with the claims that it is a soft matte finish. So I think it's great for combo oily skin tone. So yeah, that's what I would say. I would do another final check-in, but that would be outside, because by the time the light would be completely off in my basement. So I would do the final check-in outside. So see you then. Hey guys, this is gonna be my final check-in. So right now it's about like 7 o'clock. So I have worn this foundation from like 10:30, and you can see how it looks. It wore beautifully on my skin, I would say. But again, I think it's only the shade range that is like, it's not even the shade range. I think it's just the shade that I got is like a little off. Otherwise, I really love the way how everything looks on my skin. I would still recommend this, I would say, even though there were some of the clashes that were going in. But you can see like towards the end of the day, still my skin looks like skin. So I really love that about it. And it's super lightweight. So that's all my thoughts for this new Beauty Blender foundation, which is the Liquid Whip Long Wear Foundation. Just make sure that you go a shade up. Not a shade, like 2-3 shades up. But otherwise, I feel like it went pretty smoothly. Let me know in the comment section below, are you planning on picking up this foundation or not? And if you did like this video, do give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.